Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Waha, Racha, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone to rule well. Peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. All right, I'm just going to flow through the Spirit. I think I'm going to start out here in Revelation 7, read a couple verses in here. This is Revelation chapter 7, verse 1. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And they cried, Salakia, and he cried with a loud voice, Salakia. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power, which is Yahweh, in their foreheads. All right, now let's go into the spiritual mark. All right, there's 2 marks, which we're not going to get into them, but well, at least not this lesson. The mark of the beast is the RFID chip or NFC chip, the microchip. All right, mainly the title they put under is RFID. All right. The mark in Ezekiel 9 and 4 is a spiritual mark, which is a mark exemption from judgment. These are 2 completely different marks. Okay. Now, the reason I brought this out through the Spirit is because the angel was told, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. So how do you get sealed? By hearing the truth, all right? Which should push you even more to be doing this work, to be pushing YouTube videos, all right? To be going on the highways and byways, right? Because that's our duty, all right? That's what we were commanded to do. And the sooner, because this word has to, well, let me get that. I'll get it. Instead of speaking on it, just speaking, I'm going to get it. Scriptures are better than, words coming out of my own mouth. This is, if you get what I mean by that. This is Matthew 24 and 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world. And when it says world there, it's talking about the planet, right? All the world. For a witness unto all nations. All right, and that's because we're scattered among all nations. The Israelites are scattered among all nations and even come looking like all the other nations, whether they were scattered, right? Wherever they were scattered. And then shall the end come. So the end is going to come when the gospel is preached all over. Okay, which also proves that it isn't Christianity, because Christianity has been preached all over the planet for a very long time now. And one of the ways Yahweh had this word get out so quick and spread, like rapid fire, is by the internet. All right, that's why the internet was created, solely for the truth. You don't have to believe that. It doesn't matter. You can believe it. Because, obviously the internet's created for you to look at pictures of some woman, lust after, and do all that on Instagram. Or to, share memes with your friends. It wasn't created for that, man. It was created to spread the truth. All right, it was created for this word to go out all over the planet in a short, so-called short period of time. A lot quicker than what it would have been if there was no internet. All right, that's why it was created. Because there's brothers all over the planet that are teaching the same thing we're teaching. All right, even in different languages. You got brothers up there in Holland that even do videos in sign language. So there's no excuse for anybody to not understand what's going on. All right, every Israel, because it's all about Israel. All right. Let's make that very, very clear, which we already have through scriptures time and time again. It's all about Israel, okay? So every Israelite has either seen the prophets on YouTube or seen a truth post on Instagram or on Facebook or on Twitter, or has seen us on the highways and byways, man. And if they haven't, then they're going to very soon, all right? So nobody has an excuse to not hearken, because you come in and you hearken, you do the, you have faith, you do the works, you endure, and you're sealed, with the mark exemption from judgment as part of the elect, the 144,000 or 1/3, or you don't, and you reject it, you scoff, whatever, you cast it behind your back, and then you're marked for death, all right, destruction as a 2/3, all right. So that should push you and motivate you to go out, every week, because we go out once a week, That should motivate you to push up videos, 3+ videos a week, 10 minutes, or more each video. I encourage Achim, I encourage you to do 1 video a day. Try and do 1 video a day, man. And also do videos with other Achim, all right, with other Achim, because when you do it with multiple, even with just one other Ach, man, one other brother, even just doing it with one other brother, the Spirit's gonna get moving, man. It brings out a lot of edification, right? Make sure you pray before the lesson that Yahweh Yahushua guides you through the Spirit, to make it edifying. But that should motivate you, okay? Knowing that the sooner this word gets out to all Israel, and everybody's had at least, like the Spider-Man and Family Guy says, everybody gets one. All right, everybody gets one chance, to come into this thing, okay? Everybody gets one, all right? And what that means is everybody, is going to hear the truth. And some brothers, it's happened several times, but you get what I mean. The fact everybody's going to get at least once, okay? Everybody's going to hear this truth at least once. Whatever platform it may be on, however it may happen, whether they come across a comment on Facebook or whether they see them on the highways and byways, teaching the truth, whatever, all right? Everybody's going to at least bear witness to the true doctrine, the true prophets once, okay? And in that moment, the decision that they make, that's either going to mark them for death or it's going to mark them for salvation, okay? But then, of course, like I said, you got to have faith, you got to have works, you got to endure, because there's been plenty of people that have came into this truth and then fell out, and they're not going to be saved, which High Priest Ariyah, I believe, is going to come into the true doctrine, right? He's going to come back, I believe, and Yahweh Yahushua he does. But for the most part, people, when they come in and they fall out or they go into, all these false doctrines, they bug out or whatever the case may be with this, whatever specific person, they're through, okay? Which Yahweh Yahushua that we are of the 144,000, or the 1/3 if you're a sincere Achwathium, all right, which is a sister, all right? Well, the Yum makes it sisters, all right, plural. But let's go ahead and get that. I think that's in the same chapter, actually. Or it might be in chapter 22. Matthew 22:14, for many are called to what? The truth. All right, many are called into this ministry, but few are chosen. So few are chosen, man. All right, many people come into this truth, but only few are actually of the chosen elect. Okay, and that's teaching the true doctrine, which the true doctrine is taught by the apostles of Great Millstone and the others on down. All right. I'm going to go to Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah 58:1. It says, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. So that's our job, man. And initially, when we go out there, we want you to repent. We want you to hearken, man. All right, we don't go out there hoping that you don't listen so we can say you're going to be destroyed. That's not what we initially come out there for, man. All right? And all the Achim know that. All the Achim know. All right? All the brothers know, man. All the Achim know. Okay? They all know that really in their mind when they go out there, they really want you to listen. All right? Angels are celebrating, basically. They're cheering when somebody repents, man. Yahweh Shai talked about the parable when if you have 100 sheep and one of them goes astray and you go and get that sheep, you leave the other 99 there and you go get that one that's missing, man. And then you basically, have a feast or a dinner, you celebrate. You get excited because you got them back, So when we go out there, we're looking for people to, to hearken, to wake up, right? And that's one of the major motivations that keeps us going, because instead of just every day getting hit with scoffers, every now and then somebody's going to be like, yeah, you know what? It makes sense. It makes sense. I want to learn more about this, or, they'll start soaking it up and all that, An example of that is, there's been some people that have wanted to hearken. There's a brother named Mikal, which I love that brother. I love all the Achim, all right? And he has a brother that is so-called alive in this life. Because I'm saying this life because we know there's reincarnation, all right? But that's beside the point right now, right? He's so-called 11 in this life, and he's not his biological brother, but he lives in the same house. And he is so, like, he sincerely wants to learn this truth. He's already learning it and all that, and he's already soaking it up. He's already highlighting. He's already doing all that. And that really boosts my faith, man. That's really motivating, okay? Because that shows that this is really, I mean, we believe this is real through faith, but it's like every now and then getting something like that just makes you realize even more that, man, this is really it, man. Our whole life has been nothing but, vanity and folly and mirth. And now we're actually doing something with our lives, man. Something that actually means something. Okay? I don't care if you were on the road to the NFL or the NBA or become some famous rapper, or maybe you already were in the NFL, or maybe you were about to be drafted in the NFL. That shit doesn't matter, man. Even if you got there, that ain't doing something with your life. Okay? Because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Right now we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. All right? And that's something that you should realize, every day. Keep that in mind, man. We're doing, our works are going to be rewarded. We're actually striving for something. It's not just vanity, What we're striving for is eternal life, all right? The kingdom, to be part of the elect, to get in that chariot on the first go around. That's what we're striving for, man. Don't forget that. Keep those goals in mind, man, because, like the apostles be saying, and like the scriptures even say, it's not all doom and gloom. We have to go through the sour. We talk about the sour because that's what's at the door. We want to make sure that you're ready. We want to make sure that you're prepared for that, spiritually, man. That you got faith and fear and you got wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You're being built up, because that's how we're going to survive in these times coming up, man. All right, Isaiah 33:6, I'll get that. But, you got to keep in mind that once it's not going to be sour forever, man. The sour is temporal. The sour is temporary. That's going to be in and out, The eternal life is going to be forever, man. All right? So it's worth it. It's worth the wait. It's worth the suffering. It's worth it all, man. This is Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. Okay, so wisdom and knowledge, and that's not talking about a degree. That's not talking about how to, the Pythagorean theorem, quantum physics. That's not what that's talking about, right? This is talking about wisdom and knowledge of the scriptures, understanding, knowing the names Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, and knowing that you're going to be protected in these times, knowing that you're going to be taken care of, all right? Knowing the prophecies that are coming to pass, knowing that there's life, on the outside, so to speak, that there's light at the end of the tunnel. All right? No matter how far the end of the tunnel is, that there's light and that you can reach it, man. So we got to keep pushing. We got to keep teaching, man. In fact, let me get this too. This is Luke chapter 12, verse 47. And that servant which knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required, and to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more. So this truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of scriptures that we've been gifted with, that we don't even deserve. If you want to be honest here, which it's good to be honest, we don't deserve it. I'm a piece of shit, man. I'm garbage. I don't deserve this. But the Wadi Yahweh Yahushai, or Tawada Yahweh Yahushai, for waking us up, for giving us this. Okay, because this is very, and crucial. This is very important. This is the golden key that's going to lead to the kingdom, man. On the first go around. All right, there's great rewards that are going to follow this, man. Great rewards. All right, and even not even necessarily, like, even if you put the kingdom, even if you, the kingdom, obviously that's the greatest gift, right? But even if you just look at it right now, what you have is greater than anything you've ever been given, man. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, that is already the greatest gift we've ever been given, man. Let alone the kingdom. Come on, man. So it's our duty to push this word, to go out in the highways and byways, to make YouTube videos. And if you're not doing that, and you're supposed to be doing that, you're going to be beat worse than somebody that doesn't know, man. All right? Especially if you come into this truth, you know, and you know you're supposed to be doing the work and you don't, you're going to get beat worse than somebody that didn't come in the truth. All right? Because you knew what you had to do, but you didn't want to do it. You came in and you didn't want to do it. You didn't want to put in effort, man. All right, so what? Your videos aren't an hour long. You know, so what? You're not out there for 4 hours. It doesn't matter, man. Show effort. Show that you're trying. That's what matters, man. Not everybody's going to bring forth the same amount of fruit. I've seen that, man. I've seen that. Some brothers make 3 videos a week. Some brothers make a video a day. Some brothers make 4 or 5 videos a day, man. Everybody's different, but just be on fire for your spirit. You know, don't make excuses. That's a big thing. Do not make excuses. All right, if you commit sin, if you go off, if you make a mistake, if you're realizing that you're fucking up and that you need to change yourself, you need to better yourself, then you do it, man. Don't say, well, because of this or because of that. Don't make excuses. All right, that's making it look way worse on you than it already is. All right, don't make excuses for that shit, man. Just admit that you're fucking up and that you need to get your ass to work. All right, that's it. That's it. Okay? Now, I'm just going to hit some main vocal points, but there's plenty of scriptures on doing the work, man, and how important it is. Okay? 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 2. Preach the word. So right away, it's telling you what to do. Preach the word. All right? And how do we do that? By going out on the highways and byways, all right, once a week, and by pushing out YouTube videos. Be instant in season, out of season. So it doesn't matter if it's cold or hot, man. Doesn't matter if it's raining or if it's snowing. You got to be out there, man. All right? And the time may change, you know. Some brothers live in really cold areas. Some brothers live in really hot areas. If it's too hot or too cold, you may not be out there as long. But you're still going out there. You're still showing effort, man. That's what matters, you know. For example, let's say you go out for 2 hours. You know, you and your camp, you go out for 2-3 hours. Now all of a sudden it's really cold. Now you're only out there for 30 minutes to an hour. Okay, but you're going out. You know, you're bearing that hardness of the climate, man. You know, you're bearing that weather condition. You're being instant in season, out of season. And then you can even say it's too hot. Let's say it's too hot, man. Let's say you usually go out for about, 2-3 hours once again or whatever, you know. It depends how many people you have in your camp, you know, or and all that, you know. Brothers are different, man. We're in different scenarios, but it's all relatable in some way, shape, or form. All right. Let's say it's too hot, you know. All of a sudden you bring water, but you're able to be out there for an hour. Okay, but you still went out, man. You still went out and you showed effort. You didn't give up and say, well, it's too damn hot, I ain't going out. No, man, you tried. You did what you had to do. You brought water, you know. You got a good lesson in. You brought edification out. A lot of edification can be brought out in 10 minutes, man, let alone an hour, you know. Just show that you actually care, man. It says, preach the word, be instant in season, out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. So it's our job to rebuke, man. If brother's going off, rebuke him, all right? And if a brother, you know, if you get rebuked, that's love, man. You may feel a little salty. We've all had those moments where like, damn, you know, like he's coming hard on you, all right? Or he's coming hard on me or whatever. But then you're going to realize that because it's happened to me, you know, I've been rebuked sometimes and there's been times where, or at least a couple, you know, for sure at least once. And it was like, I was like, wow, you know, I was like, I got salty at first. And then right away I was like a little bit after, I was like, I'm being a dumbass, all right? Because it is clearly love, and I respected what he did, but I was just salty with myself, and I was just like, I need to shut the hell up, man. Okay? Because it's demons, it's his flesh, you know, all that. We're just weak, all right? We're just weak. Just admit it. We're weak as hell, all right? There's no excuses, man. You can say, yeah, this flesh, but we're all in this flesh, all right? We make mistakes, we fuck up, you know? I'm a fuck up, all right? I make mistakes. You make mistakes. It's nothing new. All right, so don't try to say, well, you know, the brother did come a little hard, so I got, you know, maybe I was going through things, you know, my woman was giving me a rough time, or, you know, I didn't get enough sleep, so I got mad. No, don't make excuses, man. We're in this flesh, we fuck up, that's what happens, all right? You were being stupid as hell, repent, okay? Even though you weren't necessarily going on, you know what I mean, all right? You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with me. I've been an idiot with that sometimes, man. You gotta rebuke the demons, because it literally be demons, man. There are plenty of times where it's actually demons that make you do things like, start thinking pridefully in your head, or get salty or whatever. It literally is demons in this flesh. That's not an excuse, because that's literally scriptural. That's the truth, but it's still you, okay, to an extent. You still have to understand that you're the one that's supposed to be rebuking those demons. You're the one that has to you already know that rebuke is love. So why are you getting mad? You got to rebuke those demons, man. All right, you got to battle those demons and understand, what? No. All right, no demons. There's no reason for me to get mad at that, because I know that it's love and he's just looking out for me. If he hated me, he wouldn't have done that. All right? That's what you have to do. So the overall summary right now, all right, our job is to keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. And above that, have faith in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. All right, faith without works is dead, but works without faith is dead. All right, keep that in mind. Okay? Push out YouTube videos. Go on the highways and byways. Fellowship with brethren. Make sure you're studying, reading, fasting, praying. All right, etc. Keep enduring. Okay, because we're almost out of here. We're almost out of here. So with that said, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Waha, Racha, Kwadash. Give honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, who rule well, who I believe, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, to be the true men set up to teach us the true doctrine and to lead us through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. All right? Peace and blessing, salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel that are showing effort. All right? Bringing forth fruit. All right? Shalom.